Si usted no habla inglés, debe estudiarlo al servir como misionero, ya que será para usted una bendición en su misión y en el resto de su vida. El aprendizaje del inglés le permitirá ayudar a edificar el reino del Señor de formas adicionales y será una bendición para usted y para su familia. El estudio y memorización de vocabulario es sumamente importante. Estudiando temprano en el día es la mejor manera para recordar vocabulario con las intenciones de usarlo durante el día con su compañero.
Hide. Tab block is on. You are live, but if not.
Okay. This is EnglishConnect 1, Unit 6, Lesson 24.3, but if not. Almost done with these here. I do want to point out again our times. I don't think anybody can get up at 6, can they? I don't know.
Sure they can. They can get up at 6 if they want.
We get up at 6. We got those bells and all those.
The church bells wake us up at 6 every
o'clock.
day.
Okay. I want to throw in here what I think is probably the most real, physically real thing you do is paying tithe. I mean, that touches all aspects of your life and also has the biggest impact on your life, I think. That's a different game, though. But it's 6 o'clock in the morning, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. What time do you get up? What time do you start studying, rather? Some of you might get up at 6 and don't start studying till 8 or 7 or 9. 9's late. I don't see that happening. But then again, you have that in the evening. So that's what I got 9, pretty midnight. So just think about it. Just your day, plan your day out, because ultimately you want to be speaking English to take advantage of the balance of your life in many ways. All right. EnglishConnect 1, Lesson 24, expansion activity, but if not. Okay. Daniel 3, 1 through 29. Learn the meaning of this vocabulary: idle, save, throw, built, angel, and amazed. Listen. Let's listen to this. 35 seconds.
The king of Babylon made a gold idol. He told the people to pray to the idol. They would be burned in fire if they did not pray to it.
Okay, now that took 10 seconds. It doesn't really, it says 35, but it didn't take that much time. So that's important for us to understand, okay? So what he's saying is King of Babylon created a gold idol. He wanted the people to pray to it. This is a form of worship in ancient times. Today we have our own idols. A lot of it is gold. That's a good point. Go ahead.
Play it?
Yeah.
Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego did not pray to the idol. They prayed to God.
Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, in 7 seconds we learn they will not pray to the idol. Ooh. King said pray to the idol. And they're saying, no, we're not going to worship. We're not going to worship a God of gold. We worship the true and living God. Go ahead.
Someone told the king. He was angry. He asked Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego to come to him. The king said, "You will be burned."
Okay, so in 38 seconds, that it told us we have 38 seconds, when in fact it only took 12. He wanted Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego to come to him because of his anger. Now, why was he angry? Because he really, really wanted that thing prayed to, or because he wanted them to do what he said? And if they wouldn't do it, they're going to be burned. Let's see what happens. We know what happens.
Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego were not afraid. They said, "We know God can save us.
Wow.
But if not, we will not pray to the idol. We only pray to God."
Well, that's kind of reflective on what I'm saying here about tithing. God says your tithing, your gold that you put to building up my kingdom will bless you. And it's not about the gold. It's about why you give the gold. You pray to me through your actions and your faith in following, and that's a testimony witness. And that's what Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego did. Said simply, we're not going to do it. Go ahead.
The king was very angry. He told his servants to throw them in the fire.
Okay, that's like working on Sunday or something, right? If you don't do what the king says, you can be chastised or punished for it. Here he tells them, throw them in the fire. I am so angry, burn them. I want these men burned. And they're thinking, oh man, what faith. What faith. Wow. Sure enough, there they go.
The king's servants built a big fire. The servants threw Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego into the fire. The fire was very hot. The servants died.
Okay, so that's what we're saying is they end up getting pushed into the fire. The servants, it was so hot that it killed the servants. So let's see what happens here.
The king looked into the fire. He saw 4 men walking in the fire. One of them was an angel of God. God saved Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego.
Okay, so this is as strong an impression as you get because others had died. Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego, they're in the fire. Now all of a sudden somebody else is in there with them. And the question is going to be to the king, who is this person who came in? Who is the other individual who came into the fire with you? And though I recognize you 3, I didn't understand or recognize him. And that was made known to him, is that there was a 4th person there protecting them.
The king shouted to Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. He said, "Come out of the fire." The fire did not burn their hair or clothes.
Wow.
They did not smell like smoke. The king was amazed.
They did not smell like smoke. There was no part of them burned. And they came out of the fire. Where was the other guy? What happened to him?
The king of Babylon made a law. The law said no one should say bad things about God. Only God could save men from fire.
He got a testimony. We all get testimonies. Different things happen in our lives that tell us. They can be small things, but important things. And I think all this has. You're attending a church. You're praying your tithe. You're praying to your Father in heaven. You're reading your scriptures. You're paying your tithe. You're doing the things you're supposed to do. And God is, you're demonstrating your faith. You're not doing it at your leisure. You're doing what you're supposed to do. You're obedient. Go ahead. Okay, let's read these things right out loud. Everybody's going to follow with me. I've already said it, so you know what words are coming. Idle, let's look at the vocabulary up top. We're reading, speaking, and hearing. Vocabulary. Idle, save, throw, built, angel, amazed. Read aloud, then listen again. The king of Babylon made a gold idol. He told the people to pray to the idol. They would be burned in fire if they did not pray to it. Read aloud, then listen again. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego did not pray to the idol. They prayed to God. Read aloud. Someone told the king. He was angry. He asked Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego to come to him. He didn't ask them, he told them. The king said, "You will be burned." Kings don't ask. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego were not afraid. They said, "We know God can save us, but if not, we will not pray to the idol. We only pray to God." Now, here's the thing. What happened in their life to bring them to this point, each one of them, to their level of faith? See, I don't think it just happened in the moment. They've been trained. They've practiced their faith in God. They're men of great commitment to God. Okay? The king was very angry. He told his servants to throw them in the fire. The king's servants built a fire. The servants threw Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego into the fire. The fire was very hot. The servants died. That's an important point. It was hot enough to kill the servants building the fire. The king looked into the fire. He saw 4 men walking in the fire. One of them was an angel of God. God saved Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. The king shouted to Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. He said, "Come out of the fire." Now he's saying, "Come out." Before it said he was asking. He was telling them, and now he's commanding them, "Get out of the fire." Probably more asking, hey, come out of the fire. The fire did not burn their hair or clothes. They did not smell like smoke. The king was amazed. The king of Babylon made a law. The law said that no one should say bad things about God. Only God could save men from fire. Okay, learn the meaning of this vocabulary. Confidence, ways, nevertheless, will, thine or yours, and trust. Okay? Now these are going to be quotes. Let's listen to a couple of them. Go ahead and do the first one.
Faith is a confidence in the Lord.
Do the second one.
My ways are higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts.
And
Isaiah 55:9. Nevertheless, not my will, but thine be done. Luke 22:42.
okay, I'm going to go ahead and read them too. Faith is a confidence in the Lord. My ways are higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts. Nevertheless, not my will, but thine be done. Do I trust God to do what is best for me? What does "but if not" mean to me? Do I trust God to do what is best for me? Yes, I do. I do believe that. I don't appreciate it necessarily. I don't understand it, but I do trust God that ultimately the good is both in the bad and the good. I think we learned that from Jabari a little bit ago. Jabari, what does "but if not" mean to me? Honey, what does that mean to you?
But if not, that's like choose the right, let the consequence follow. Just do what's right. Have faith that it will turn out well. But if it doesn't turn out well, that's okay. You still did the right thing. You will be ultimately blessed. Maybe not in this life, but in the next. Because the purpose of life is to find out whether or not we will follow God. We will follow the Savior. Even when it's hard, even when things don't turn out the way we want them to.
Okay.
That's the test of life.
Test of life. I trust God because I have proven, and He has proven to me in my life that He is aware of me. I've had many, many things happen, such as one was just going on a mission, staying true to the church. I had miracles happen to make that, oh my goodness. Anyhow, I've had so many miracles. I'm not going to go on with that. I trust God because I know that He is aware of me, and I have many miracles. Times when I know He has been there to make things happen in a different way than I thought they should or would. Yeah. Okay. Job well done.